Joshua 9. When the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done to Jericho and Ai, they worked craftily and went and pretended to be ambassadors. And they took old sacks on their donkeys, and old wineskins torn and mended, and old sandals patched on their feet, and old garments on themselves. And all the bread of their provision was dry and had become moldy. And they went to Joshua to the camp at Gilgal, and said to him and to the men of Israel, "We have come from a far country, therefore make a covenant with us." But they did not ask counsel of Yahweh. So Joshua made peace with them and made a covenant with them to let them live. And the rulers of the congregation swore to them. And it came to pass at the end of 3 days, after they had made a covenant with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and they dwelt near them. Joshua 10. 5 kings gathered together, they and all their armies, and camped before Gibeon, and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent to Joshua at the camp at Gilgal, saying, "Do not forsake your servants. Come up to us quickly and save us." And Yahweh said to Joshua, "Do not fear them, for into your hand I have delivered them." Yahweh cast down on them large hailstones from heaven as far as Azekah, and they died. There were more who died from the hailstones than the sons of Israel killed with the sword. Then Joshua spoke to Yahweh, and he said, "In the sight of Israel, sun over Gibeon, stand still, and moon in the valley of Aijalon." So the sun and the moon stood still, and there has not been a day like that, before it or after it, that Yahweh heeded the voice of a man, for Yahweh fought for Israel. Joshua 11. And it came to pass, when Jabin king of Hazor heard these things, that he sent to Jobab king of Madon, and to the king of Shimron, and to the king of Akshaph, and to the kings who were from the north in the mountains, and in the plain south of Chinnereth, and in the lowland, and in the heights of Dor on the west, to the Canaanite in the east and in the west, and the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Jebusite in the mountains, and the Hivite below Hermon in the land of Mizpah. So they went out, they and all their armies with them, as many people as the sand that is on the seashore, in multitude, and with very many horses and chariots. And when all these kings had met together, they came and camped together at the waters of Merom to fight against Israel. But Yahweh said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time I will deliver all of them slain before Israel." So Joshua took all the land according to all that Yahweh had said to Moses, and Joshua gave it as an inheritance to Israel according to their divisions by their tribes, and the land rested from war. Joshua 12. These are the kings of the country which Joshua and the sons of Israel conquered, all the kings, 31. Joshua 13. But to the tribe of Levi Moses had given no inheritance. Yahweh, God of Israel, was their inheritance.